What is it like being a full-time touring Jewish music artist in residence? Well, I'm glad you asked. You didn't ask. But I want to tell you. So a lot of what I do is what you would expect someone to do who does music. You know, I play shows and gigs and have a band and play festivals and all this kind of stuff. But also, really a lot of what I do is I spend time in communities as an artist in residence. It's a pretty fast weekend, but it's jam-packed full of all kinds of different programming for the community. And it's been such an incredible honor to have that opportunity to be able to spend time with folks. I love it so much. But I've never really taken my camera along with me to say, hey, here's what this looks like. But I'm very thankful. I had the opportunity to do that recently. And I got to drive to Dallas, which was great. I didn't have to fly. Of course, every place in Texas, we measure by the many hours. So Dallas is a trek. But I had the chance to bring a camera along with me to show you some of this stuff. Anywho, big thanks to the folks there at Temple Shalom in Dallas for letting me film some of this. And I hope you enjoy it. This is what I do. So I'm going to take you on the road with me, show you what I do as a touring Jewish music artist. I spend a lot of time in different communities, kind of all over the country, doing exactly what you're going to see. This particular weekend, this Shabbaton, I'm going to be in Dallas, Texas. We're going to Temple Shalom. We've got a Friday night service tonight, this kind of country music infused Shabbat service that I do, and then on Saturday night a concert and Havdalah service, and then on Sunday morning we're going to do tefillah in the garden outside. Hopefully the weather is good. If it is too cold, we're going to be inside, but we're going to do something regardless. So it's going to be a good time. I love doing this. It's extremely fulfilling getting to spend time with communities like this. Sometimes I'll do a lot more. Sometimes I'll do Saturday morning, Saturday afternoon, Saturday night, Friday, Sunday, all that. This is a little different, so this will be Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday. I didn't need to say all that twice. You already heard it. You heard it the first time I said it. All right, let's get on the road. We're going to do it. We're going to head up to Dallas. So we're here in Madisonville. We're gonna make a little pit stop at Buc-ee's. And if you've never been to this place or never seen one of these, get ready. All right, so we just checked into our room here at the Westin. So let's take a look at this room. Oh yeah, we got the guitars right here. Stuff, place to put your things. What is that? Oh, is that a light? Whoa, it's a reading light. That is the fanciest thing I've ever seen. What is it? How does this work? Is there a button? Oh, there's a chain. Okay, down there. Oh. That was the wrong way. Let's go. Hey, there we go. Hey, wow, look at that. Buildings, and cars. They got all the things here. Look at that. Lamp, this TV, little coffee. Oh, it's so cute. Bathroom, fun fact, it's called the bathroom because that's where the bath is. And it's a room. It's a room for the bath. All right, that's pretty much it. Sorry, that was my bad version of cribs. I am so all checked into the hotel. Got to unpack now, steam some shirts, and get ready for sound check, which is in 1 hour. We're gonna head on. I was gonna say race. We're not gonna race. We're gonna follow the rules of traffic. You know how it is. But we're gonna. I was gonna say zip. We're not gonna zip. We're gonna drive safely over to Temple Shalom for our sound check, which is at 4:00. All right, we made it. We're here at Temple Shalom in beautiful Dallas, Texas, and I can't wait to turn this camera around and show you this amazing sanctuary and this incredible ark. But first, before we do that, I want to introduce you to Mandy Monreal. Did I say that right? I've been working on it. Yes! Who just came out with a brand new album called Lift Your Heart. Make sure you check that out. Mandy Monreal,
Hi,
thanks.
Friends.
thanks so much for having me here in your shul. I'm super excited about this.
Thank you for being here.
Oh, it's a delight. What a beautiful place. Wow. You know, we had this idea of doing wow, that is stunning. Wow, I want to see what that looks like from back here. Oh, we had this idea of doing a thing where we would go all through the South and take like pictures of all the arcs and interview like community members and talk about the history of each building and do like a coffee table book called The Arc of the South.
That's amazing.
Isn't that a cool idea?
Yes, you should 100% do that.
See, we got to do that.
Yes,
Now it has to happen. We got services here tonight. We got a concert tomorrow night. We're going to do one of Mandy's songs here tonight. I'm super excited. I've been practicing real hard.
I believe you.
Look at that.
Starting right now, right here, I will be strong and stand up tall and reach out for others, oh, when they fall. Well, I will rejoice in my faith. Remember that love is why we're made. Be the very best that I can be for the world and for me.
Oh, whatever. Come on.
That's such a beautiful song that you wrote. I love it.
I got to tell you, that, boy, that felt great.
Oh.
So now I'm in the green room, just hanging out. We've already kind of done a little bit of a run through for the service. We've touched base on the things we need to touch base on. At this point, like way in advance, things are already decided. Like the service is already, we've figured all that out, planned it all out. But there's always some things that change kind of last minute. So I've got one more meeting before we get started with services, and then I'm going to change and then get ready to go out and greet people for Shabbos. Shabbos!
Okay, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So nice to see you. Come on in, take your jackets off, get settled. Right? I didn't buy this just for tonight. I actually had this way ahead of time. Thank you for wearing your boots, wearing your hat, whatever you have. Not too many that you're allowed to wear it in the sanctuary. It's under rabbinic supervision tonight. You're good.
So I want to give you a Shabbos in the spirit of Shmulek. And if you could give me one back, that would sure be great. It goes like this. Shabbos! Shabbos! Oh, that's how you know we're in Dallas, Texas. Shabbos!
Shabbos! Honest, like which part, how do we prioritize which part, right? Is it Shabbat? Is it, this other thing? Is it kashrut? Is it, and I always say, of course, rather glibly, like, yes.
So, I said before, clearly, idols are not part of it.
Except for that.
That's
right.
pretty easy.
Don't do that one thing. Right.
That's pretty easy.
Right, exactly.
But the rest of it is hard to balance.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what, if you can start your day with a little bit of Torah study, that's a good thing. We had such a great session this morning that Rabbi Paley led. Fantastic. Big room full of folks all weighing in with different ideas and different thoughts. I just loved it. I think Torah study is at its best when you start off where, we're reading this kind of like selection, right? This is what we are reading. But in the course of that, somebody presents an idea or something that is kind of plucked from the text, and then the entire conversation sort of evolves from that idea or that question somebody had becomes the greater conversation. And it's beautiful. It's just beautiful. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it so much. Now, we're going to head over to meet Miss Mandy Monreal to talk about music, to talk about the concert and Havdalah service tonight, and then we're going to go get ready for that stuff. And let's go. All right, had a really good lunch meeting, talk about the show tonight. I'm just going to run through a couple of tunes here in the hotel, get some sleep, iron the next shirt. I probably should have done them all the first night, but I didn't. That's how it goes. So I'm going to run through a couple of tunes, some new ideas that we're going to do tonight. I'll be glad I lived in Texas, where I first found the reason. Yeah, to pray. We're gonna have a good time tonight. We are back at Temple Shalom, getting ready to set up for sound check and for the show for tonight. We're gonna do do a concert, do Havdalah, and right now you can see I just got all my stuff here. It's just kind of everywhere, but we're gonna get everything set up here, and I'm about to go set up the merch table out there. I'm a big believer that if you are going to have merch at your show, you should try to create a nice experience for folks who've just come to the event that you've done. So I'm going to show you what my merch table looks like, and then we're going to do a sound check, and then we're going to get it done. All right? Oh, look at this again. Isn't that beautiful? It's incredible. It goes like all the way up there. All right, here's our merch table set up. I use my suitcase as kind of part of the display because I got a lot of stickers on there from places I've been to, stuff I've done. We got button stickers and whatever else over here. A little chest here with the some CDs in there. I've only got 2 albums out right now, so I'll put them both out there. Little Venmo there so you can boop, boop, and go right to it. You don't have to use cash. Business cards. I keep 2 of the CDs open here so people can kind of look at it and sort of explore it. I'm a big fan that, you know, whatever merch you put out, like you want people to be able to see it and it's kind of have a sort of an experience with it, so they can take a look at those and see what they're getting inside there in addition to the music. Signs for the prices, t-shirts. I've only got 3 left. We got more coming. This is ring spun cotton. This stuff is so soft. And yeah, that's it. That's my merch display. Sometimes there's more, sometimes there's less. This is the mobile version. It all packs up into one side of the suitcase, clothes and everything else on the other side. That's it. That's the table. Let's get a sound check. Look at this place. Wow. Folks, I would like to welcome up Ms. Mandy Marrell. Good gravy. Y'all say that in Dallas? Good gravy? Is that an expression? They're like, no, stop that. So I'm here at the shul for kind of a Sunday morning, very brief little Sunday morning prayer service in the garden. I don't know that we're going to be out there because it's super cold this morning. We'll probably be inside, but something really cool is happening. And look, I'm sure this happens everywhere in the country, but it's always nice when it happens in Texas. It feels so cool. Not only is there some frost on the ground, it's super neat, all these leaves and all these trees are falling at the same time. Let me see if I can show y'all that. Isn't that amazing? That looks so cool. That's so cool. So one of my favorite things about visiting communities is getting to see all the cool spaces that people pray in. Check this out. This is the chapel here at Temple Shalom. Look at that. All that natural light. What a beautiful space to pray in. Incredible. That's where we're going to be at this morning, and wow, just absolutely breathtaking. Look at that. It's just a perfect, like, intimate sized room. Really, really beautiful. Incredible use of space, and you can feel it. Just feels good in here. It just feels so good. I love it. I just love it. Well, we just wrapped up Sunday morning services here at Temple Shalom in beautiful Dallas, Texas, and now we are outside. Look at this garden, y'all. Check this thing. Gretchen, what? Now you're the head gardener here. Is that right? Kind of.
Sort of.
What is all of this?
Okay,
I've never seen.
How about if I take you on a tour?
Yeah, is that okay? Do you mind that I'm filming this? Is that all right? We're doing a little documentary.
All right. Well, this is the garden at Temple Shalom. It's divided into 2 sections. Over here we have 8 beds for vegetable and herb production. You can see some of them are covered with frost cloths to protect the plants from the cold temperatures.
Right.
And over here in this section we have a butterfly garden. It supports all pollinators, not just butterflies. Next year we'll probably be able to qualify for the Monarch Way Station certification.
Wow,
so we're
that's
really
cool.
excited about that. Every Sunday, we have coffee and donuts under the pergola whenever the weather permits. And our volunteers come out. We do a variety of tasks. Last week we had our teenagers out for their Social Action Sunday, and we took out all of the warm weather crops. We cut all of the pieces of greenery down really small and put them in a bin out in the field that the teens assembled, and then we planted our winter crops. If you want, I can open up one of the tunnels.
That would be cool. Yeah, absolutely. I've always wanted to be better at gardening, and I'm terrible at it, but I have such an appreciation for folks who do it.
Oh, no one's a terrible gardener. It's just trial and error.
You're very kind.
All right, so in here, you'll be able to see that we have our winter crops. In this bed, we have beets and we have borage. This is some leftover borage from earlier in the season, but it was happy, so we just went ahead and left it. Over here, we have something super delicious, which is rainbow chard.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah. And so we use the garden for teaching purposes. We
I was
teach
going to ask, yeah.
all kinds of lessons from Judaica to science. We're going to start doing some garden art pretty soon. And it's been a really great way for our community to come together.
Yeah.
This garden is a trial. We're hoping to be able to grow enough to use some of our space out there to start a food justice garden.
Wow.
So many times you'll find our volunteers kind of standing at this side of the garden and looking out beyond the parking lot, because that's where we're hoping to grow.
Right.
And we're hoping to have a whole lot more of these beds so that we can grow food to donate to various organizations that work in food insecurity in the Dallas area.
Wow.
This bed here is resting this year. So we have one bed that's herbs, and we have 7 that are always in production for produce. One of those 7 beds is resting. So the Torah says that every 7 years the land should rest.
Right.
And so we decided to do that here, where one of our beds was always resting, so that in all of the other years, so we have beds available for teaching purposes.
That is
so this
beautiful.
bed's going to stay here.
You're just doing good on top of good on top of good
And
out
it's
here.
really, really fun. It's
Yeah.
super fun. It brings our Temple family together.
Can I ask, how'd you get started with gardening? Like, you clearly love it. Like, this is an undertaking.
Well, I did gardening with my parents as a child, and then when I was living in New York, and I was there, so I started doing some courses at New York Botanical Garden. I did a gardening certificate there, but I've always just gardened as a hobby, and now it's really fun to be able to step that up quite a bit and do some good and some different things with it.
Wow.
We have a great volunteer team. Our volunteer team is amazing, and it's really inspiring to work with our team, and everyone brings something to the table. We have some members on our team who are amazing gardeners, and then we have members who are really active in the food insecurity and food justice community here in Dallas. So they really do a lot of work helping us figure out where we're going to grow strategically, where can we make a difference in the world around us, and what do we need to be able to bring to the table to do that.
Yeah.
So when we think about like our landscape and how we want to use this landscape to change the societal landscape around us, they're really working on that. With the seed balls, we're going to change the ecological landscape around us.
And that's going to be all out here, right?
Yeah.
All the wildflowers we're doing today?
Exactly. We're going to take them right out there. Our volunteers, Boyd and Violet, have flagged off an area that's half sun and half shade that matches the mix of seeds that we're putting out there. So we're gonna do that.
Amazing. I feel super inspired. I appreciate you saying there's no bad gardeners. I want to try.
Not.
I want to try growing more. Thank you for this.
Yeah, thank
Thanks
you
so
for
much.
being here.
Yeah.
And thank you for the wonderful music.
Oh, it was
really
a.
started our day off the best way possible.
Oh, thanks. It was a delight. Y'all are such a great group. All right, we're gonna toss some seed balls. These are the seeds we're gonna throw. Right there. That's our seed. That's the one. And then we're gonna toss this one. Oh, I love it. So we have now tossed those 2 seed balls out there. They're gonna grow wildflowers out here to fill this space. It's gonna be absolutely beautiful. Blue bonnets, all kinds of cool stuff. Temple Shalom. This was an awesome weekend. Had such a good time. Can't wait to come back to Dallas. Thanks so much for coming along with us. This was a hoot to bring you along, and what a good time. What a cool place. If you're ever in the Dallas area, come on by Temple Shalom. Check these folks out. Good folks and good times for sure. Well, we are back in Houston and heading home. I don't live in the city. I live off back in a suburb just outside of Houston. So it's kind of nice. We get to go into the city when we want, but we also have kind of this quiet little tucked away area back here. It's a pretty old neighborhood that I live in. It's just been there a long time. But I grew up not terribly far from here. The last house my parents and I were in together was just a block or two away from where I live now. I didn't plan that. It just kind of worked out that way. But we've been in this house now for almost 20 years, and we love it. We just love it. Love this area. Quiet little neighborhood, and yeah, I'm excited to be home. Thanks so much for coming with me. I hope you enjoyed what you saw and get a little taste of kind of what I do on the regular. This is people always ask, is that your full-time job? Yeah, that's my full-time job. That's what I do. I go to communities, I lead prayer services, I lead concerts, Havdalah services, workshops. If they want me to lead a Torah study, I can lead a Torah study or a Saturday morning service, Sunday morning service for the youngins, for religious school, like whatever we can build out. I have a lot of set things that I do, and definitely kind of a way and a style that I do them. But every time you visit a community, it's unique because every community is different. Even if I'm playing the same song here or the same song over here, it's going to be a little bit different because it's happening new, in that space. I love spending time with communities. I love praying with communities. I love having the opportunity to meet new people, pray with new people, get to hear their stories. I've never felt like a stranger in Jewish communities. It always just feels like family I haven't met yet. And that feeling of being just connected to everything, it extends to the whole rest of the world too. I'm under the belief that we're sharing this lifetime with so many people, and there's so many people in my lifetime that I haven't had the chance to meet yet. And I just want to meet them. I don't know what kind of time I've got left, or how much time any of us have left, but I want to get to meet a lot of people that I'm sharing a lifetime with. And if I can pray with those folks, if I can share some music with those folks, if any of the music that I've written can do some good for those folks or help those folks, I want to do that and spend good time together. So that's what I do. Thanks for coming along, and I hope you enjoyed it. Hey guys. I know, it's good to see you. Oh, Gabby, hey. It's okay. Hey, buddy. I know, it's good to see you too. Oh my goodness. These pups, I know. It's okay.